Now over to one of our main discussions. The African Union estimates that about 70,000 skilled professionals emigrate from Africa every year. An estimated 10 to 12 million young Africans join the labour force annually, but they're battling it out for just 3 million jobs. With limited economic opportunities, many young Africans are migrating to Europe and America. The impact of this brain drain is particularly pervasive when it comes to the health sector. In too many African countries, there are more locally born physicians residing outside their country than inside it. However, medical practitioners in the diaspora are beginning to return. Mary Akangbe, founder and president of Zenith Global Health Awards, is one of them, and she joins me now from Zambia via Skype. Mary, do you think we're starting to see the reverse of the brain drain, particularly in the health sector?
Yes, we are actually. And a group of us who are working on making this work, we've actually termed it brain gain. So part of what we've done is working with the government, stakeholders, funders, to look at the factors that are making healthcare professionals leave the country, the continent, in such huge numbers. And I use the word healthcare professionals because there are lots of nurses, allied health, leaving the continent as well, which leaves the healthcare sector at great risk because doctors cannot work alone, and all their counterparts that work with them as multidisciplinary team are living in droves as well. So there's shortage across board.
Tell us exactly what you're doing in Zambia and why you'll be there until nearly Christmas.
Yeah, so there's a new medical university just opened. And the background is I've been involved in transforming healthcare in Africa for about 10 years now in Nigeria, Liberia, all over Kenya. So I teach, train, and help set up services. So here in Zambia, there's a new medical university just opened, and they've commissioned 5 skills and stimulation labs to improve the quality of training, incorporate e-learning, just to meet up with what is happening in the developed world so that people are not discouraged or think they are behind their colleagues, and get them ready to go in the clinical area. So I'm helping them set that up, working with the faculty, one in Lusaka, and they've taken it further actually, the NGO. They are setting up like 10 in the provinces as well. So it doesn't matter. And that's another thing. People get posted out to rural areas and they are forgotten. So if we put these kind of things there for when they are training and when they are working, then they know that there's a link with them and the main city and the main university and the main hospitals, and there can be rotation on things that they've learned as well.
Africa can spend hundreds of thousands of pounds training their doctors, all for them to just go back to the UK or the US. So what is going to stop these people that you're training in Lusaka from taking this training and going to America?
So the good news is, like I said, some of us are working together across the continent to establish this. Some of their senior colleagues who are consultants and who are actually like vice chancellors, directors, they've trained abroad, they've come back. And they are showing them that, look, we have to be patriotic. We do what we need to do to make it good for you. It's about working with the government, like I said, and stakeholders. So salaries, and from the interview that we conducted, one of the things that came up as well is incentives. If you're on call in the UK or US, you know what that means. If you're on call in Africa, you'll be lucky if you get anything on top at all, and that will depend on what's available where you are. There's no standard pay or, anything, any scale to say this is what you get.
Very lastly, Mary, can you tell me about the Zenith Global Health Initiative? I know you had an awards recently, which we missed, but I'm sure CBG will be there next year. Tell us quickly about what you're doing.
Yeah, so Zenith Global Health is a platform for shared learning, collaboration, and celebrating excellence, which is another problem with healthcare professionals, all over and in the continent. Acknowledgement and reward is very important for what we do. So it's a platform to come together and say and showcase the great things people are doing across the health sector to improve care, to support each other, and then celebrate by, giving awards to different categories and different specialties. And people do come from all over the world, actually, with that, people from UAE, Africa, USA. just to show us that we are all one, and what happens outside of the continent can happen to us too.
It affects everybody, doesn't it? Mary Akangbe from Zenith Global Health Initiative, thank you so much for joining us from Lusaka. And I'm sure when you get to London, you'll be joining us in the studio in London. Thank you very much.
We do.